You just like the video of me getting called a waster. So this is our character. We're playing a guy called Tough Guy. His name's Tough Guy. Something about a dragon, I think we're looking for. I don't know exactly what's going on. I forget. So we went on a mission. And is there like a little journal that recaps like what happened? Yeah. So we went on like a little mission. And it went tits up. And one of our guys died, one of our team members. So, oh yeah, and this dog Dante was like the dog of like the person who died. So let's talk to our party members. Let's start by talking to Paul. There's a Paul. Tough Guy. Amsel peers at you apprehensively. His eyes are bloodshot, his expression grim. Did you get the information about Greenland first? Not yet. Please, then continue working. We need to find that man. Okay. This is Dietrich. Dietrich turns his head at you as you approach. His aging face is traced with a network of faint scars, the legacy of too many fights over too many years. While he still retains a degree of strength and vigor, it's obvious that the shaman you see today is a shadow of his former self. Despite all of this, there is still an aura of power surrounding the man. He raises a bottle, offering it to you. Tough Guy, welcome. I've got a bottle of schnapps that needs sharing, and we've got a fallen comrade to drink to. To Monica, Prost. Post. Waste. The liquor in the bottle is crystal clear, and as you raise it, you catch an intoxicating whiff of cloves and caramel. It tastes of sweet corn and walnuts with a lingering aftertaste of buttery toffee. You swallow a swig, then return the bottle to Dietrich. It's his outstretched hand. He takes a long pull on the bottle, then locks eyes with you. Let me ask you a question, Tough Guy. What made you choose to come to Berlin? I had my reasons, such as, come on boss, I'm just trying to figure out who I'm working for here. I think that I deserve to know that much. Our run went bad, my team paid the price. Dietrich raises an eyebrow. Went bad, huh? Like the run we just came back from went back? Worse, I was the only survivor. That's rough, friend. How did it happen? We were double crossed. The run went off without a hitch, but instead of paying us, our client decided to set up an ambush. Miserable bastard. Alright, if what you're telling me is true, how'd you walk out alive? It did, deaded. Sorry about that. Chaos. Hold on, let me take this thing off. I'm too warm now. We fought like hell and we took the ambushers down, but we all got shot up and I was the only one who survived. Sorry to hear. Sounds like it was a glorious fight though. So after all of this went down, you decided to bail out of the Ruhrplex and head to Berlin? Am I getting that right? There wasn't much left for me in the Ruhrplex and Monica made me hell of an offer. Ah yes, Monica. Dietrich raises his bottle again, then closes his eyes and takes a long drink. After the moment has passed, he returns his attention to you. It all comes back to our girl, doesn't it? So let me ask you, just what was your relationship with Monica anyway? I know that you knew each other from way back then, but she was pretty coy about these things. Are you always this inquisitive? Yeah, I suppose my life's an open book, so I guess I just sort of figure out that everyone else's will be too. So, want to fill me in? Friends, or do you think? I think friends. I don't want to have my character be banging Monica. That would be a bit disrespectful to her name. We were friends. Right there with you. Privileged to say so. She was one of the best women I've ever known. Anyways, I've taken enough of your time and the bottle's almost empty. Thanks for taking the time to talk. It's worth I'm happy you're here. Dietrich takes his final pull of the bottle, then tips it forward, pouring the rest on the ground. Rest in peace, Monica. We'll miss you, girl. She just poured one out for the homies. What's up, Eager? This fucking... Is this the rat bitch who's like giving me shit? Eager glares at you and you can taste the bile in her stare. She's clearly still blames you for Monica's death. Something I can do for you, fearless leader? What do we think? Is tough guy, you know... This bitch is kind of like a bitch, you know? So I don't know if I should be polite with her, you know? You're wrong about me, Eager. I intend to prove that to you. She stares at you for a moment, then looks away. Best of luck with that tough guy now. Please leave me alone. As you wish, bitch. I'm not talking to her, fucker. Glory is beautiful. In a wayfish sort of way. Her features are almost elvish in their delicacy. There's something cold about her that you find unsettling. What's more unsettling is her chrome. Glory is rocking a heavy load out of cyberware from head to toe. She looks to be composed more of plastic and metal than of skin and bone. In the shadows, individuals such as this are anything but uncommon. But Glory's cyberware is first generation. All of it. Bulky, invasive, practically museum pieces. This chrome was obsolete well before she was born. Tough guy? Glory shifts her gaze to you, but her expression is as cool and placid as always. Can I help you? Hi, Gloria. How are you holding up? Don't worry about me. I'm solid. You look like a million miles away. I'll be with you when it counts. Right now, it doesn't. Any thoughts on what we should do next? Find our missing client, extract some answers. Beyond that, find another decker. Monica won't be easy to replace. Best start looking now. I'll talk to you later, Glory. I'm tough guy. I don't. The emotions aren't really like his like strong suit. Nur für Mitarbeiter. What does that mean? What does that mean, Chomer? Show me. No fur masturbator? Not for masturbators? Nur für Mitarbeiter. Employees only. This little guy, what's up, mallet? The dwarvish tech vendor smiles at you with practiced ease, her almond eyes twinkling with the glare from a dozen trid screens. She speaks in a clipped, heavily accented German. Welcome to Data Haven. Can I help you with something? That sounds like that sounds like Swedish. That sounds like a sad life. Show me what you got. That was 100% Space Cyclist. Oh, net running shit? No, thank you. Hunky Donkey Dota. Hunky Donkey Dota da Dota Dota Tita Muritzplatz. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Oh, there's so many places I can go right now. Cyber Clinic. Like, is there any missions for me? Should I just focus on the main mission at hand? What's up, Zach Flash? This elf has clearly seen better days. His skin's weathered, emancipated as though it's been stretched too tightly over his frame. Track marks line the crooks of his arms, and dirty bandages wrap his knuckles. Despite all this, he seems cheerful enough. The elf fixes his twinkling, bugged out eyes on yours and offers you a broad smile, displaying a set of impossibly white teeth. When he speaks to you, his voice is surprisingly deep. Guten Tag, mein Freund. You here for some magic? Because Zach Flash, he gestures at himself with a dramatic flourish, is your magic man. I might be interested. Zach cocks his head and offers you a lopsided grin. Well then, I might be able to help you. He begins to twist a strand of his long, stringy hair around one of his spidery fingers. His smile remains fixed, a pearly crescent set into his face caked with grime. Don't leave me in suspense. What you got? Oh, a little bit of everything. I've got your Zen, your Hyper, your Nitro, your Nova Coke. If you want it, I got it. Zach leans in, you lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. I've even got a special concoction of my own design, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you're serious about getting high. Show me what you got. You got drugs. Right, see you, buddy. I'm not fucking taking that shit. I'm a tough guy, not fucking drug addict guy. Drug addicts are weak. Warming herself in the dim light of dying street lamp is a waif of a girl who looks far too worn for her years. The Mother Superior says there will be 7 for me to care for. I need to see them. 7 what will you to take care of? The captain's children. The Mother Superior says there are 7. She says I'm to governess the children. You notice a chipjack poking out beneath the young woman's unruly hair. The vacant look in her eyes marks her as a lightly BTL junkie, lost in between reality and any number of better-than-life virtual constructs. I need to get back to them. This story sounds familiar. Captain Von Trapp is very well known and respected. The poor dear lost wife, and the children and their mother. A child should not be without a mother, and a mother not without a child. Have you seen the captain? Do you know Monica? Monica? Is she the one of the sisters in the Abbey? No, wait, Monica. A flicker of recognition fights through the haze in the young woman's eyes. Yes, Monica, she's good to me, brings me food to eat and tea to drink. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Despite the woman's persistent delirium, she seems gland meaning from your tone. She died while working on a job, yeah. The girl grips her head with a claw-like hands, tugging at the hair as if she might pull her brain out through her skull. I don't like this, but I can't switch it off. The girl's frail body shudders and her eyes grow large, but she does not sob. Instead, she smiles a sad smile, which looks to have been worn all too often. She will go to heaven, she told me. It is a place for good people, stillborn babies, and childhood pets. And she was a good person. The girl then deigns to mumble to herself while fingering the hair that covers the jack in her head. I'm gonna step away now. Yes, good. I need to rejoin the children. There's a phone ringing here. What's going on here? It's an old obsolete phone booth that's ringing. Pick up the receiver. A monotone pitch-adjusted voice begins speaking almost immediately. The shock willing writer's contact for this Chies is no more tough guy. Is listed as the follow-up contact. This is our only secure line in this Keats. Please listen to the following instructions carefully if you are a supporter of our cause. We have a phone booths in strategic locations throughout the city. Within each one, you may find a request posted for specific information. If you can obtain a copy of this information, return it here and submit it via the port below the receiver. We'll verify the authenticity of the information remotely and post an undoctored copy of it onto the Matrix ourselves. It is our stated goal for this information to remain free to all. However, you will be compensated for sought-after information returned to this location. The line goes silent. I'll go keep an eye out. A bizarre monument towers before you. At the top of the pedestal, the form of an angel stands. Its butt-stretched wings looming over the small part. But the material is strange and uneven, giving the statue a cold Frankenstein-esque appearance. It appears that the artist has welded the monument together from various metal scraps and pieces of junk. As you approach, a small grimy monitor at the base of the statue flickers dimly to life. The grainy face of a smug young orc appears on screen. Hello there, I'm Herbert Kunzel, the creator of this monument. What would you like to know? What is the statue called? This is my tribute to victory, the victory of anarchy. It is both citation and parody on the statue we destroyed some 20 years ago. You may remember it as the history treads as the Siegu Saul, or Golsels. What is the installation history? Isn't it obvious this, whatever that word is, a monument to the hubris of the Prussian state gets blown to bits. So someone takes a lot of bits and builds a monument to the hubris of anarchy. I mean, what's more to say? Tell me about the artist. I am the visionary Herbert Kunzel from the Lindwormer. You might know me from... Oh, well, there isn't much I'm known for yet, but I intend to change that. All art is born mystery. Alright, statue. Why flame you? We're not flaming you. We're not flaming you, Sadlive. Why do you think we're flaming you? You're just Swedish, and that's okay. It's okay to be Swedish. Hingen dingen dargen dargen. Is this League of Legends? Yeah. Making fun of my cool accent? Yeah. Making fun of my cool accent. Hingen dingen dargen dargen. Indian. Oh, I didn't know you had an Indian accent. I'm sorry. That was 100% Indian. No, Indian would be more like oh, maybe I shouldn't give this person an Indian accent. The Romani patriarch is an impressive figure, an enormous man in his late 60s, burly and broad-chested despite his age. His voice is deep and resonant, his breath is heavy with the stench of pipe tobacco. Taven Baxtail Troll. You're here to conduct some business. If so, I welcome you to Medbach Arms and Ammunition. If not, keep right on walking. Yeah, don't mind me. I don't want to get fucking pickpocketed. Norway is China. Hello, Lane. Before you stands a troll, though it is a stretch to say he is standing at all. His great mass is barely held upright by two vintage prosthetic legs. Along with a crutch under one arm, his body clicks and hums with every shift of weight. Despite these disabilities, his eyes are sharp and calculating. I know you. You know Monica? Sure, I know Monica. You one of hers then? There's something you should know about Monica. Something happened to her on her own. You know something about it? Just what my eyes and ears tell me. I had a feeling besides Monica almost always comes around after a run to check on everybody. She's long overdue. And now here you are in her place. So she's either severely wounded or outright dead. Which is it? I'm afraid she's gone. Grizzle Troll nods grimly. The servos in his prosthetics complain as he lets loose a heavy sigh. Now that's a shame. She was hell of a runner, that one. And a good friend. I'm Tough Guy, by the way. Good to meet you, Tough Guy. My name's Alexi Lane. What's your place here? No place, really. Just an old relic rusting away. I'll leave you be. If we were to say where African countries were Rhodesia, that's not a country. It was, and it was beautiful. Where was Rhodesia? Ethiopia? I don't know. I don't know where Rhodesia was. Samuel Beckenbauer. At the sound of you approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a sphere expression as kindness as eyes. Guten Tag, brother troll. Is there something I can do for you? I hear you run a charity. He nods. Yes, it isn't much, but it's such. Just give me some specifics. He clears his throat, then begins to count off his fingers. In the past several years, I've established a shelter where the dispossessed can sleep, and soup kitchen to feed the hungry, and a library for people of this place to better themselves. It isn't much, I admit, but it's a start. Volunteer worker, a good start, Samuel. You mustn't be so hard on yourself. There's limits to what one man, even a determined man, can accomplish. Rhodesia is now Zimbabwe, I see. This is true. He nods to the orc at his side. Thankfully, some residents that I've helped over the years have come back around to help me. I've got 15 assorted orcs and trolls from all around the Cruise Bazaar working with me now. They help me with the soup line, stock the library shelves, and to do all hundreds of other little things that a community organization needs done every day. These extraordinary individuals are living proof that we do here is a value. Inspiration to continue forward. She beams at the compliment from her body language. It is clear she idolizes. Now, do you have any more questions? If not, I bid you farewell. I do not wish to sound self-important or rude, but there are many pressing matters I demand to. Does that mean other races aren't welcome in your organization? That's taking a rather narrow view of it. Yes, it is true the assistants are all members of goblinoid races. It is also true that before they accepted my help, they were thieves, gangers, and deadbeats. That is not because they're bad people. This is because of those of us goblinoid traits are feared, mistreated, and denied gainful employment by a society that hates us. I hire only goblinoids because the mainstream human society has created a need for me to hire only goblinoids. The orcs and trolls of Kuzubar deserve a workplace where they can be treated with dignity and respect. All that being said, our services are available to all. We would turn a desperate person away regardless of that person's meta type. Even humans, the most privileged of all races, are welcome at our door. Isn't that what's most important? Sure thing, buddy. He offers you a smile. It's gratifying to hear you say that. I'm glad to have you on our side. Now, is there anything else? Nope, I'm not going to give you any money. I don't believe in charity. Oh God, there's so much, like, I don't even know, like, I don't want to miss anything, you know? So I'm like, what's going on? What can I do here? Here, dancer, have a new yen. What's up, David? A pair of round eyes peers up at you from under the hood of a grime-smeared winter coat. You recognize him as David, one of the Cruz Mazur's street kids. If you had to guess, you'd place him in his mid-teens, though it's difficult to tell beneath the grime and acne marring his face. You've seen him following Monica around between runs, chasing her heel like a lost puppy. She always seemed to have a soft spot for the kid. Oh, hey, tough guy. Have you seen Monica around? I've been looking all over for her. I'm afraid I got some bad news for you, kid. The kid blanks a blank expression on his face. She's dead, isn't she? I'm sorry, kid. We all are. Yeah, look. I want to be alone right now. Okay. What's up, absinthe? I wouldn't mind a bit of absinthe right now. Something about the young elf behind the counter makes you breathe, your breath catch in your chest. She's lovely to look at, but there's a strange kind of beauty. Her eyes are large, luminous, and impossibly green. As she looks up at you, you can see her irises are flecked with iridescent gold. Hello and welcome to Algernon's. Perhaps I can help you with something. As she smiles up at you, her eyes are fixed on yours. A curious feeling of weightlessness fills your chest. It feels as though you're floating in a warm, calm sea. A gentle current pulls you closer to Absinthe, and the sensation is pleasant as you drift. The golden specks in her eyes begin to move. Do I peer into her eyes or do I use my willpower to look away? I'm gonna look in. The golden specks in the elf's eyes shift and swirl, slowly picking up speed. It's mesmerizing. All at once, the specks explode into light and color. Absinthe's eyes now fill the field of vision, and it feels as if you're drowning in the alien sea. The patterns traced by shimmering specks in her eyes are kaleidoscopic, enchanting, nearly impossible to turn away from. Lose yourself. You are lost. Your entire world has been reduced to a churning vortex of green and gold. Dimly, you become aware that something is happening. You feel your body being buffeted by unseen forces, and suddenly everything goes black. What the fuck? Slowly and painfully, you struggle your way back to consciousness. The shop owner, Algernon, is peering down at you, and the expression of concern on his face. Absinthe stands behind her, expression of one of... Algernon! I knew I recognized that name. This is the guy from the last game. He was in the last game. Welcome back, friend. Algernon extends a hand to help get you on your feet. Absinthe shifts slightly to allow you to stand. Wait, what was that? What happened? My fault. My apologies. Sometimes when I daydream, I bring others along for the ride. It was unintentional, yes, but there was no harm done, correct? You'll be fine. I'm going to stand in the corner for a while. What's up, Algernon? Greetings, young troll. The elf's voice is smooth. I'm Algernon, the half-dream, the owner of this establishment. In my shop, you'll find only the finest magical peripherals. Now tell me, what may I serve you? If you're selling on buy, let me see your inventory. A bunch of spells. Let me see, maybe I can buy some spells. It's all mage, is it? Mage, 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 mage. Alright, maybe I can't. Is it a twerking ghost? What is that? Twerking Among Us? Twerking eggplant? Twerking aubergine? Aubergine? Right, let's go to Cafe Sebest. Who's this guy? John. Hello, my friend. The voice comes from the man in the chair, as enormous as its owner. A deep, booming roar, dripping with unrestrained mirth. A fine day for soy cav, yes? Every day's a fine day. From the back of the store, the voice of a shopkeeper cuts you off. Don't mind the fool in the chair. He roars like a traumatized walrus, stewing all day in his own sweat. The man behind the bar glares at Goldschmidt, his upper lip curled in disgust. I tolerate him only because he takes his soy calf by the bucket. Goldschmidt responds with a raucous belly laugh. Apparently he finds the shopkeeper's insults to be hilarious. Aha, Altug, mein Freund. You are as quick-witted and sharp-tongued as ever, I bow to you. Are you going to put... Once again, the shopkeeper cuts in. To bow to me, you would first have to vacate your chair. The shopkeeper claps his hands together, clasping them in front of his chest. I shall summon a team of determined young men and an ox to assist with the task. With luck, you'll be on your feet by nightfall. Goldschmidt smiles up at you, his small eyes glittering. Enough of this senseless bickering. You have approached me for a reason, yes? Tell me what Jan Goldschmidt do for you. Can do for you. Nothing, I'm done with this. Man behind the counter looks right past you at the dog following close behind. Dante, I will fetch his water dish and perhaps a coffee for our friend here. Soykov, black. The Turk looks disgusted. Very well, a Soykov. He to himself. The man behind the counter brought smile. Welcome, Elgin. Welcome. How can Brugazi serve you today? While Amsel sells as a guard. When he hears Amsel's name, the Turk's voice lowers and his accent becomes less exaggerated. His eyes take on an annoying look. Ah, very good. Please express to Herr Amsel my appreciation of his patronage. If he needs any more catering jobs seen to in the future, I'm always happy to provide. Paul is always pleased to send business your way. Herr Bukagazzi. He was hoping you could discuss some details of this Green Winter's order with me. The coffee shop owner offers you a smile. Of course, Herr Amsel is too kind. He turns his head and calls in the back room. Kami, come. A young woman bustles in from the back room. Her gum chewing is loud enough to hear over the noise of the coffee grinders. Burakazi spits something out in the rapid-fire Turkish. As you wish, uncle. We'll see it right away. Kami offers you a shy grin, snaps her gum, and hurries back to the room that she came from. My girl Kami is arranging to make contacts with the chef as we speak. This will likely take some time. My chef is a busy man. While we wait, I wonder if you would be so kind as to run a small errand for me. A trifle, really. I hate to trouble you. I'm embarrassed to even ask, but I would most appreciate your help. What is this trifle? His voice lowers to a whisper. The errand is simple, hardly worthy of you. I have installed a number of data taps to Berlin's fiber optic network. As part of my civic duty, you understand. These taps provide free matrix access for all who live in the Cruise Bazaar. In order to maintain their, how do I say it, their anonymity. Each tap's protocol buffer must be reset every few days. I simply wish for you to visit each data tap and reset it. What's the catch? There's no catch, I assure you. It's time for consuming a bit tedious, nothing more. Just reset the taps. Come back when you are finished. There should be 3 of them scattered around the neighborhood. The first one is just outside. Look for the metal box with the yellow arrows painted atop. By the time of your return, I should have the information Herr Amsel requested. Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting, Joe? Are you good? I heard us shouting. I wonder where you heard that from. People in Denmark like shouting? That would be strange. But hey, some people are strange. As you set the reset, as you're resetting the tape, you notice that someone has duct tape on a small homemade receiver to the system. An earplug dangles from the receiver. Put the plug in your ear. The sound of heavy machinery makes it difficult to hear the words that are being spoken. After a moment, you can make out 2 distinct voices. A nasal woman who sounds like a heavy smoker, and a man who speaks like a high-pitched, breathy tone. XXX, just heard XXXXX, Monica, XXXX, XXXXXXXXXX, need to verify, XX, XXX, XXX. XXXX, XX, good for us. XXXX, XXXX, XXXX. Continue listening. I sound like a conveyor belt starting to add the noise of starting adds to this noise of the machinery. You can make out anything else until it comes fully to a stop a minute later. XXXX, XX, XXX. Think our next step. XXXXX, XXX. XX, wait. XXX, XXXXXXXXX isn't ready to make a movie yet. XXXXXXXXXX to be patient. Blah blah blah. See who steps up. Blah 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 blah. See someone more. Blah 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 blah. More conveyor belt startup. All you hear is the sound of machinery. Some sort of monitorized vehicle starts up, drowning everything else. A bell rings loudly again. It sounds like a telephone. You hear the sound of a door slamming shut, and the noise of machinery is suddenly muffled. There's a rattle of plastic and ringing stops. The nasal woman's voice can be heard in the sing-song tone. Guten Tag, how may I help you? Her tone changes, becomes more businesslike. I heard. Yes, he knows. I told him it wasn't time to make a move yet. What do you think I am, an idiot? The council needs to meet again. I know, getting everyone in the same room is challenging. Getting them to agree on a course of action is going to be even more challenging. From my perspective, the Cruise Bazaar was only stable because of her. If she really is out of the way, well, we'll see, won't we? Yeah, I know. What can I say? Things go slow in the flux sometimes. You hear the sound of the door opening again, and the cacophony of machinery fills the line. You can't make anything more. That was very interesting, wasn't it? What on earth was that? He smiles at you behind the counter. Welcome back, honored effing dame. How may I serve you? Coffee, please. Yes, individuals with refined taste. I offer genuine bean coffee for my native turkey. This is top shelf item, my friend, and not for the general public. Only for those few discerning connoisseurs who can properly appreciate it. Tell me about Turkish coffee. It is hand-picked by my family in Turkey, a true delicacy of the sixth world. This was considered a luxury even before the awakening, when bean coffee was everywhere. Every street corner, they say. He leans in close, lowering his voice to conspiratorial whisper. Long hours in the shop have perfumed his body with the commingled scents of coffee, incense, applewood, tobacco. Trust me, if your coffee expertise has been limited to soy calf, you must not deny yourself this opportunity. You will see God. Alright, how much? This specialty item, delivered at some cost, I cannot part with less than 15 new yen a cup. 50 new yen, deal. Very good. He hands the ceramic travel cup, which begins to fill with the room with dark steaming liquid. The scent is intoxicating. Is there anything more I can do for you? I finished your little trifle. Very good. I assume you had no difficulties. Easy, just like you said. I'm delighted. Excellent one. With that out of the way, let's run our processing business. He barks a stream of rapid-fire Turkish. That chewing young girl comes out. The menu for Air Amsel, uncle. Kami hands you a folded piece of paper. Inside a memory stick. Please extend my consolations to him. The death of Frohlan Schaefer must have hit him hard. He gives Kami a small nod, then hurries out of the room. When she's gone, he returns his attention to you. Please express my condolences as well. I only just heard the news. Monica was an important part of this community. He frowns. If you know how important. The memory stick Kami just handed you should contain all the information Air Amsel requires from our chef in the field. Should you require my service from the future, you know where to find me. Until then, good day. Okay. So where must I go now? Take the memory stick to Amsel. Nur für Mitarbeiter. That means employees only. I think I'm not really good at German, but I think that's what that means. Just a guess. Tough guy. He peers at you apprehensively. His eyes are bloodshot, his expression grim. Do you have the information about Green Winters? Yes, I spoke to Altug. He gave me this memory stick. Let's see what his agent has to say. He snatches a memory stick from your hand and slots it in a computer terminal. He navigates a series of command line menus, and a wall of amber text floods his screen. Amsel scans it, mouthing the words as his eyes flit back and forth. Burakagazi's agent tailed Green Winters to the hotel in the cesspool of Kies called Drogenkip. The hotel is Das Kesselhaus. It is a renovated factory nestled deep in the heart of Drogenkip. It appears I'm gonna have so much trouble through this game just fucking pronouncing place names, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be like fucking man. Recently, there was some contention between two gangs over control of this neighborhood. Due to the gang violence, the agent refused to follow Winters inside of the hotel, but he confirms that he's still inside. Well, what are we waiting for? Iger slings her rifle over her shoulder with a single spare motion. Gear up, people, we have a hotel to raid. Glory and Dietrich pause, exchange looks with Paul. Just a moment, Eager. Amsel rises from his chair, draws himself to a full height. Even so, he has to crane his neck to look at her in the eye. You are an excellent soldier, and nobody's questioning your competence in the field. Your loyalty to the team is equally commendable. That said, we believe the tough guy is the right choice to lead the team. There is a long pause before Eager speaks. When she does, her voice comes out dull and flat. What? Don't mistake the decision for a reprimand. Monica considered your contribution to the team to be invaluable. But we all know that she wasn't comfortable putting a soldier in charge. Eager speaks through clenched teeth. Her words measured, but her expression is livid. This is unbelievable. You want to put the rookie in charge? Again? She shakes her head. Don't you people learn from your mistakes? Tough guy is the reason we're still alive. He kept us together. He led us out of there in one piece. Making him your golden boy, she sounds tired, resigned, but above all, disappointed. This is more of a flux state idiocy at work, isn't it? Dietrich reaches out, pulls his hand on his shoulder. It's what Monica believed in. Eager's voice tightens for a moment. Her control slips and her face contorts in grief. Yeah, and look where that got her. She straightens to her full height. Let me give you a piece of advice in the field. Only two things matter. The mission, the survival, everything else is a distraction. Your ridiculous politics have no place on a Shadowrun. Dietrich manages to smile. What can I say? We're German. We have a history of strong political views. That's crazy. That's a crazy line. Iger sighs. The tone of resignation returns to her voice. Screw it. Let's put an end to this. I've got the skill and experience to lead this team. Tough guy, on the other hand, was appointed by Monica as a joke. If you'd rather take the lead, I'll abide by that, but I want to hear each of you say it. I'll do as the group wishes. She stabs an armored finger into your chest hard. You stay out of this. The moment she raises her hand towards you, Dante's ears lay back and he lets out a low growl. Reflectively, she takes half a step back. I think we've heard what Dante has to say. As for my part, tough guy saved our lives back there. You may not believe it, but he did. The way I see it, that means I follow his lead. Glory's voice is uncharacteristically gentle. I trust in Monica's judgment, therefore I trust in Tough Guy's judgment. The discussion is finished. Eager. Amsel speaks softly, but his tone is firm. Tough Guy will take Monica's place as the leader of this team. Could you grab me a coffee? Nah, let's not say that. Let's get paid. Glory and Dietrich nod in agreement. Dante nudges your leg with his head. Fine. She shakes her head in exasperation. Her voice is heavy with defeat. Looks like the rookie's in charge again. It's time to move on. We need to focus. Indeed. I have transferred the information that we received from Altug to the computer terminal in the next room. It used to be Monica's personal workstation, tough guy. Now it's yours. Monica kept a variety of notes and dossiers on that machine. I would suggest reviewing her notes when you have the time. Amsel turns his attention away from you and back to his computer screen. Good hunting. I will eagerly await your turn. I wouldn't suggest driving the Drogen Kip. The roads aren't safe. Take the U-Bahn, would be faster. Anyways. Thank you, Eager. The U-Bahn it is. Eager nods, then checks their equipment. Right. Fuck. You now command a team of Shadowrunners. When traveling to the new mission locations, you will be able to choose which members of your team to bring and modify their loadout for the run. When members of your team become permanently incapacitated on a mission, they'll be automatically extracted for emergency medical care. They will be patched up and ready for action the next time you return to your safe house. Avoid this loss of firepower by always carrying some Boomona trauma kits in order to into the field. These can be purchased in the Street Doc's office in the Kuzum Bazaar. Okay. Your workstation mission computer, the command links for your operations, and your last link to memory of Monica Schaefer. Her thoughts and words live on in the machine at times. It's easy to forget that she's gone. The cool blue tones of the workstation's main menu fill the screen. Blinking messages in the upper right corner notifies you that you have unread messages. You have 0 unread messages. Check your messages. No messages. Read your old messages. The screen flickers alive. Monica's face appears with her hands on her hips and she's wearing a wry smile. Hey Ace, if you're reading this, it means that I've either died or stepped down. Hopefully the latter, but probably the former. Not any Shadowrunners make it to retirement age. In any case, I'm sure that you'll find a job in that role. If you need anything, talk to Paul. He's a good man, and if he knows how important it is to me that you take my place. One last thing, Ace. Eager might cause you some problems. In fact, I think it's fair bet that she's already has. Just remember, she brings something to the team that no one else does. You'll want her on your side. My advice to you is this. Hold your own with her. If she pushes you, push back. Don't try to butter her up with flattery. She'll see right through it. Most of all, do what you can to earn her respect. She'll never be satisfied following you if you don't give her a better reason than Monica said so. I have faith in you, Ace. It's up to you to justify that faith. She half turns away from the camera, then returns her attention to you, the image uncannily lifelike. Oh, and by the way, Ace, if you botch this, I'm coming back and haunting your ass. I mean that. The message ends and the image fades. You find yourself back at your inbox. So I have like little entries of all the members. That's cool. I'll probably read that later, right? I guess I'll have a look. Amsel. The image of Monica appears on the screen. Paul, a talented, well-contracted fixer with contracts all over Berlin. He's more to me than that, of course. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, that was short and sweet. Dietrich. The image of Monica winks on the screen. Dietrich, one of my dearest friends, a shaman of the tremendous power, a good man to have on your side in a fight. I tend to use Dietrich in a support role. His magic can dramatically bolster the combat effectiveness of the frontline fighter like Eager or Glory. But when the chips are down, he's more than capable of dishing out punishment of his own. Can't think of much else to say about Dietrich, just a good, reliable guy. She pauses for a moment. When she speaks again, you can hear a hint of guilt in her voice. He's getting a little long in the tooth for a Shadowrunner. I'm not sure how many more years he has ahead of him in this game, but I'll be happy to run with him as long as he's able. We'll see, I suppose. Glory. Image of Monica art. Glory, our damaged enigma. I've known her for almost 5 years now, and I don't think I'll ever really know her. Somehow I doubt anyone will. On an operational level, Glory's solid. The chrome of hers may be old, but it gets the job done. I've seen her take a troll apart with her hand razors, and when the adrenal pump is running, she moves faster than anyone I've ever seen. On top of all that, Glory's competent field medic. I don't know where she learned medicine, yet another question mark, but she patched me up at least a dozen times. Between her skill and the med kit and Dietrich's magic, we haven't had much trouble with serious injuries, and on our line of work, that's a luxury. Monica pauses for a moment and shrugs. That's really all I know about Glory. She keeps to herself, barely talks, and spends most of her off time staring at nothing. I've seen this kind of behavior before, of course. Something bad happened in her past. Deep down, I think she's still running from it, and I'm sure that her cyberware ties her to it somehow. I don't know. Maybe someday she'll open up to me, and I think that she will. I'd like to think that she will. We'll see, I suppose. Iger, what to say about Iger? She's smart, she's strong, and she's one hell of a soldier. In an up-close fight, I've seen her take apart an entire security team with her shotgun, and she's even more dangerous at range. It's a handy thing, having a trained sniper on the team. All in all, we enjoy one hell of an advantage thanks to her. Unfortunately, there are some disadvantages too. Alright, that military training of hers has left her, how do I say it, rigid, I suppose. Unlike the others, Iker isn't content to go with the flow. She wants lists, maps, timetables, she wants hierarchy, and she wants it formalized. I don't think she realizes it, but giving her what she wants would destroy this team. Glory and Dietrich wouldn't put up with it for more than a day or two. I know that I wouldn't, but she keeps pushing all the same. She shakes her head. One of these days the situation is going to come to a head. I hope that day doesn't happen soon. Right, we've an gets me every time. I just feel it. Tough guy, my secret weapon. I've run enough with tough guy to know that he's trustworthy, good enough fight too. But beyond that, it's just good to see him again. There aren't that many people left from the old days, far too few. A tough guy, well, he was always the best of them. She takes a deep breath, then shakes her head with a sigh. God, that was sappy. Mental note, re-record this before tough guy gets a chance to see it. At any rate, if anything happens to me, it's good to know. It's good to know that he'll be on hand to fill my shoes. It's not what Iger would want. Iger. Oh, I'm just going to keep saying the names differently every time I read them. But it is what would be best for the team. Alright. Let's do this fucking mission. I've been playing for an hour and I haven't even fucking seen a lick of combat. So let's go fucking do some combat. Do I not have a... I was reading about this. City got a lone stars contractor. You can't catch the guy. This Emerald City Ripper has been on a spree so far. No one has a clue. Pathetic. If something like that happened on my block, some vigilantes would have tracked him down and stopped him. Shows how good the state payroll cops are. Interesting. Who is it to say it's a he? They don't have any leads. Ha! I'll be in Saddle next week. FWD. Any info you find on this Ripper, I'll see about taking him out in the day with my Walter MA 2100. I'm sure the Lone Star will have a fat reward waiting for whoever blasts this goon. So is this happening, I guess, on the same time as... Because I was like... That's interesting. If this is happening, like, alongside the first game. I think that's the name. I'm still recovering logs. Hot dog or just trash my LAN tried hosting server. Sounds like some kid pissed over cartoons getting cancelled. Left a bunch of garbage files all over my discs. And I'll be cleaning them up all day. They should make you pass dumbass tests before you're allowed to deck into this town. Step up your security. Write some white ice programs if you can. At least make the kid's hair stand on end for a few hours next time he tries it. Just making sure that your ice is quick. Heavy hitting ice is no good. If I can't catch up with an intruder, a fact that I can take advantage of a regular basis. Alright. Just bring me to the fucking mission, please. Take the U-Bahn to drop and kick. Alright. Drop and kick. The drug pit. Das Kesselhaus Hotel and Nightclub, crown jewel of Drogenkipp, the filthiest Kies in Berlin. Opening the door to the ground level dance club is like bashing your head into the wall of sound. Flashing lights stab your eyes, and the air is perfumed with cheap synthahol and engine grease. Everything in here is cracked up to 11, a playground for the numb. Green Winters is somewhere in this building. You steel yourself for the sensory assault and step inside. The team makes a quick check of the weapons and follows you into Kesselhaus. Alright. We got the fucking crew here with us. We're about to fuck shit up. Unspent karma. Sorry, hiccup. I hate snow. Why? Hello, bouncer. The troll working the door might be the shortest you've ever seen and the thickest. Despite pounding music and writhing bodies, his face is buried in a comic book. He looks up, gives you a cursory once over in size. Welcome to this place. Now under new management again. There's no cover, just go on and get your fix. That's Kroner's bar over there. He'll take care of you. He buries his nose back into his comic book while tapping his meaty thumb on the plastic slug of his belt while high-powered stun gun. Just play nice, or you'll meet her hair zap. Have fun. No need for hairs up. I'm just here to party. Nope. Guess I'll just check this place out. First storm of the year is happening now. You excited? The music here on the floor is way too loud for comfort. The scene going down at the bar is even louder. The dealer on duty stands impassively behind the bar. A desperate-looking young woman is pleading with him, apparently a little to effect. Alright, Silk. I'm going to explain how this works to you one more time. I get my cash, you get your cram. No cash, no cram, period. But I need it. Kroner, come on. Her words come up in a desperate whine. Pale skin, sunken eyes, trembling lip all point to early symptoms of withdrawal. And I have cash, I totally do. It's up in my room, but you guys won't let me up there to get it.
Hotel's under new management. Beautiful, you don't have a room anymore. Whatever was up there, you might as well forget about it. but but that was all I had, and I have to get it soon. Well, maybe we could work out a trade. Cram for services. Services? Understandingly slow shows on a young woman's face. Her eyes go wide. Come on, Kroner, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Do you want cram or not? She sets her jaw, a look of disgust on her pallid face. That ain't gonna happen, chummer. Not now, not ever. Bartender shrugs. I'll give you half an hour before the shake set in. When that happens, you know where to find me. He turns to another customer with a smirk, leaving desperate young woman crumpled against the bar. That's kind of fucked up. Yo. What do you think he was implying? That fucking she gives him that fucking twitchy head? I don't know what the fuck. Hello, Silk. Silk looks up at you, a look of abject misery placed on her. Leave me alone. Sounds like new management stole your property. I'll help you get it back. Really? That'd be incredible. Her lips struggle upward into a facsimile of a smile. What is that word? Facsimile? Is that it? Facsimile? I really need that money, and I left some things in there too, personal stuff. I can be discreet. My stuff should be up in room 304. That's where the Nadja and Sarah were saying until, I'll be waiting right here when you get back down. Have you ever heard a guy named Green Winters? No, I don't think so. Wait, yeah, I bumped into him a few days ago. I remember him because his name sounds like kind of chewing gum. I don't think I remember seeing him leave, so that's probably holed up in this room. I'm pretty sure that there's still some people up there, the ones that gangers missed. I hear they locked themselves in. I need to get up to that hotel. Who should I talk to? You should talk to Frank. He's a former manager. He'd have the elevator key. She points at the north end of the mist. He's over there, the VIP balcony, the greasy jackass in the oversized suit, the one drooling all over the table. Dancer, that's Frank. Tell me about the gang that's taken over. Bad guys, I mean real bad guys. The gang used to run this place, wasn't all bad. They kept the crown flowing. The prices weren't too high. They never hassled me as long as I kept buying. The new guys killed them all when they took over, and now I'm stuck with assholes like Kroner. The floor manager, Frank, had a thing for my girl Sarah. He was always coming on to her no matter how many times she told him no. I haven't seen her since the takeover, but she won't stop asking me about her. He won't stop asking me about her. Guy's a real creep. That's about all I can think of. I steer clear of new guys when I can. She steals a glance over her shoulder at Kroner, a scowl on her face. I shouldn't have to tell you why. What can you tell me about the layout of the hotel? It's a nice enough place, for a factory. Let's see, okay, the second floor is security station. Lots of high-tech stuff up there. And I've heard stories about a penthouse level, something about a sealed vault. There's supposed to be something really valuable in there, but no one knows what's in it. Doesn't stop them from talking about it, though. Thanks. You've been helpful. Sure thing. Alright. Look at that body right there. Yo. Even Sad Life would envy a fucking dome like that. Hello, Frank. Pinned to the floor manager is too expensive for the neighborhood and too baggy to his suit is the name tag, Frank. Yeah, what you need. Reluctantly, he shifts his attention away from the elvish dancers swaying in front of him. I'm looking for a guy who calls himself Green Winters. You know him? His face screws up, the look of disgust. Yes, that old bastard with a data jack that oozes something nasty, wears the cheap glasses and drinks like a fish. What about him? I need to talk to him. Well, that would be your problem, Schumer. My problem is I'm talking to you instead of watching Inga dance. Inga dance. He turns back to the dancer. I need to get into the hotel. Hotel's closed. We're fumigating up there, you know, for bugs. I think I can take care of a few bugs. I need a room. Look, buddy. Closed is closed. Where we are. How about 200 new yen? I'll pay you 200 new yen, access the elevator. I have business upstairs. His eyes... He has the cred stick in your hand and glances back at the dancing girl slowly. He reaches over and palms it. Alright, you can go up. The elevator's open. Make it quick before I change my mind. See, let's just like, you know... If you can be peaceful, you should be peaceful, you know? Only fight when it's absolutely necessary, guys. Because remember, you never know what kind of connections people have and how they're gonna come, like, how they're gonna fucking get, who's gonna come back and get revenge on you, you know? Right, what room was it? What was her room number again? Silky's belongings. Fuck, I forget what room she said she was in. I'm Googling it. Because I don't want to go back down and ask her. I wish there was like a better quest journal than this. Like that just like told you what like other characters said. Hmm. 304. 304. Okay. That's what she said. I was thinking it was like 300 and something. Alright, let's go up to 304. Third floor, probably. There we go. There's a room here. There's her cred stick. There's her teddy bear. There's her signed cookbook. Should I look in the other rooms? I suppose I should. Might be goodies that I can find. The floor at this room is beginning to cave in. A trickle of light spills in through the crack doors. It would take you to the room below. With a little force, you could probably open the hole, drop down to the second floor from here. I see. Should I do that? Let me look at other places first. Let me see what else I can do on this floor first.
Jess always enjoys the snow. We call her snow Jess. We call her Snowflake Jess. Oh shit. She loves snowflakes. She is a snowflake. I'm not a snowflake. You sure about that? His food is in the crisp drawer. Do not open. Okay, drive safe. Here you go, have your goodies. Really? You actually went up and got my thing? She stares at the items and her hands. In her hands. And you didn't walk off with them? Wow, thank you. When you said you were going to help me, I didn't think you would. Her lip starts to quiver, thank you. Cram Habit is a rough thing to shake. I know a place that can help you get clean if you're interested. Who said I wanted to shake anything? She gives you a sour look. Look around you. Like what you see? Of course you don't. My life's better on Cram. Why would I ever want to stop? Life is short. Spending it stoned is a waste. She rolls her eyes at you. I can't help you if you don't want to be helped. Can I fuck this prostitute? Girl in the corner model stim junkie. Hey, looking to party? I'm always down to party. My kind of guy. You got Cram, right? I just love Cram. Sorry I'm not carrying any. Well, get some at the bar. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm not going right back. Just give her hope that I'm going to come back with Cram. Alright, let's go back to... What was it, the third floor I was just on? And jump through that, hole in the floor. Frightened man. What's up, frightened man?
Please don't hurt me. I'm just a line cook. The cook's starting eyes are wide open, and behind you, you see the pure animal terror. If you let me go, I won't let it tell anyone, I promise. Why are you locked in the kitchen? Wait, you're not the guys out there? Well, I just thought... You thought what? I thought you were one of them, you know, the gangsters that took over and shot the place up. I work, that is to say, I worked for the previous owners. When the shooting started, I shut myself in here. Whoever they are, haven't figured out how to override my keys yet. It is frightened, man, yeah. It's been a day and a half. I don't know how much longer I can stay here. Tell me anything you can about this place. I think there's some sort of chop shop in room 401. Like low-level street dock stuff. I had to deliver room service there one day. We were short-staffed. What I saw when they opened the door scared the dreck out of me. People hooked up to tubes and shit. The door code was 5870 if you want to take a look. Who's the stiff in the sink? That's the head chef, Felix. He took a hit to the chest when they raided the floor. They thought I could stop the bleeding, but the cook lowers his gaze to the floor and his feet. I couldn't. Sorry to hear it. Yeah, thanks. I need to get moving. Wait, you'll help me out of here, won't you? I mean, you're not gonna just leave me to die here, are you? There's still gangers out there. You'll be safer in here. Oh yeah, you're probably right. I'll just stay in here. With him. Are you feeling a bit better now, James? A bit better. I've developed an intolerance to kids. They're bastards. I respect that. Ooh. You know what? Aegir does kind of do decent amount of damage with that fucking sniper. Let me see. Alright, I might put some points, I don't know, in, I guess, close combat.
Search register name. Fuck. What is his name? Green. Kant? Fuck. Who's in 100? 101. 105. 106. 201. 205. 305. 306. 301. Vandal. Alright, I don't even know the admin password. Back in the 90s, if you acted up, your dad would have given you a belt or a slap or even look at you. Even the look that you get your shit you're together. Now kids don't get that. Kids don't have to respect adults. See, I feel like it's a complicated thing because I don't think you should raise your hands to children. I think there are different ways to do things, as opposed to using violence. But I feel like you have to be like, you know, it's hard to be like kind of strict with children, you know? Suppose we go to the first floor. Please input the password. Fucking password, really? Bedside table. The password's gotta be here, right? No, it's just a few yen. New yen, even. More new yen, nice.
Trauma kit, nice. Hello, Christine. How are you, my friend? This section of the wall seems to be buckling under its own weight. The aging wallpaper that lines the rest hallway is peeled away, revealing structure of wall underneath. Shoulder check. Nice. Look at that. Hi, tough guy. What's up? How are you? How are you doing, my friend? Searching through the clutter on the desk, you find a small synth leather bound journal. Leafing through the pages of the book reveals only a couple of entries. Each of them is scrawling in frantic, barely legible handwriting with crude doodles filling up margins. Read the first entry. Okay. I know Eddie's up to something. Like, I heard him today talking to that guy who works in the kitchen, asking him where the cleaning supplies was at. I've seen Eddie's room. The dude never cleaned a day in his life. I'm gonna follow him tomorrow and figure out what his deal is. Maybe he's just selling mouthwash to hobos as a block down at the old bus stop. Ha ha ha. Second entry. I knew it. Fucking Eddie. I saw him yesterday. I was up on the third floor because the vending machine down here was out of soy calf. So he came up and went over to the out of order latrine, punched in a code. Didn't know I was watching, did you, Eddie? Well, I ain't so fucking stupid. He put 2478, and I'm gonna stay up and find out what he does in there. Okay, third floor. Out of order latrine on the third floor. Let's go there. Violence is it's corrective behavior, don't get me wrong. If I had kids I wouldn't hit them, but there would be some strictness. I wouldn't be this express your feelings parent. I would be give them a look and yell, knock it off, you little shit kind of parent. You look like the Beast. It's a tough guy. His name's Tough Guy. Let's see, I think like I don't know, like kids like fucking people like I feel like I don't know much about like more modern parents. I don't deal with many kids, but I feel like a lot of people leave like the fucking they just give their kids iPads and stuff, and they're just like, oh, that'll shut them up, that'll keep them quiet, and then they never teach them manners, you know. I would be the talk to them and explain why what they're doing is wrong parent. Like, I feel like there needs to be punishment, but not violence, you know? Gentle parenting doesn't work. But what is gentle parenting, really? Like, what is that? Fuck, what was that code? Oh, I need to actually write shit down. Did anyone remember the code that that fucking thing just said? You wouldn't do violence. Alright, I'm gonna go back down. First of all, what's this? Cram. Cool. Alright, let me jump down this hole again. But see, like, I think about, like, my childhood a lot of times, and I think of, like, times when I was, like, when I was reprimanded or anything, like, happened to me. And it would, like, be genuinely something I didn't, like, know better, you know? And I'm just like, damn, I got like a lot of shit and I didn't like know why that was a bad thing. You know, and I think like, that was the kind of like a rough thing, you know. And a lot of times like I feel like sometimes like I don't know if anyone else like is like this, but I was like kind of like a hyperactive kid. I was like kind of like, thing like that, but I think like a lot of like adults who dealt with me would just like fucking like I feel like thinking of it in hindsight, I'm like that's like such a small thing to like shout at a kid and get mad at a kid over. Like that I think of, I'm like that's crazy. I don't want any trouble, buddy. I took care of the guys outside. You should be able to make a run for it. 'Alright, let's read that fucking book again. Two, 4, 7, 8. I haven't looked in here either. What's in here? Yeah. See, like, I think the thing about, like, violence and hitting children is that it's like, yeah, there's an amount of fear that you're teaching kids. And, like, yeah, they might, like, learn, but also it's like, you're kind of teaching them that violence is a way to deal with fucking problems, you know? It's like, oh, well, whenever my parents had problems with me, they just hit me. So I guess that's how you deal with problems in the real world. What's this? Jazz. I kind of like this music. The meow. Fuck. I think a guy told me a code for this fucking room too, and I forgot it. Because in the last game, like, it memorized the things and you would just press it, but now you actually have to. 1989. Is that the code? Will I try it? Wait, there's one here too. Not that one is not 1989. Let's go back to here. I was satisfied that the kid that opens my door and rang my doorbell isn't getting Christmas presents this year, though, because he was a strict dad. Poor kid. Wait.
How did you know that, Christine? Were you cheating? Did you look that up? Or did you just remember the guy saying that earlier? Okay. George Orwell's 1989. The scene is eerily familiar. The dead man is still jacked into his smoldering computer, his face contorted into the mask of pain, blue smoke spills in his data jack like Monica. There's something else. The man's outline is wrong. It takes a moment for the realization to sink in. His back is bent at an impossible angle. Jesus. Looks like he convulsed hard enough to break his own spine. Is that even possible? She gestured at the twisted form on the carpet. You tell me. Eager kneels beside the corpses, bending to peer at his face. Matches the description that Alto gave us. It's Green Winters. She straightens, glancing back over the body before running her attention to you. This is what happened to Monica? I suspect that it would have. We jacked her out in time to prevent it. Still, you could have prevented... I'm not going to say that. That's kind of petty. Hell of a way to go. Yeah, I'm getting that. Eager takes a glance at the broken corpse, and then you can see the uncertain growing in her eyes. I've seen biofeedback deaths before, never seen anything like this. Kneeling to inspect the body, you find smears of blood on the carpet under Winter's right arm. Moving the arm aside, you find a number written across the floor. 91612. You use your PDA to take a hollow pick of the number and the body, then step away. Oh, the codes were here. I should have just looked in here for the codes. I'm a fool. Baka mitai. Okay, 401 code 5870. Holy shit, body? I didn't mean bad guy, but okay. Can I heal my... No. Nice. Is there another guy? Here, use this on this guy. Dame dane, dame oh. Congratulations, Jess, on first. Christine, are you a Yakuza fan? Or do you only know that song because of our karaoke time? Ow. Holy fuck. All the gangsters are showing up now. Only from the karaoke. Respect it. Wait, why did I fucking... Fuck yeah. Yeah, whore. Here's the Irish word of the day. Stripa. That means whore. Stripa. Stripa. I believe it's spelled Stripa. Might be wrong. Also, Lingo's gone. I think Lingo left. I don't think it liked the abuse.
heal more than 30 damage in a single cast of heal wounds. That's kind of funny. I saw the lingo developer lurking in the chat once. I thought that was funny. Like it's a lingo echo dev. My friend and his flatmate did a gaming quiz and Dame Dene came up. That's how I know the song. From the gaming quiz and not from my stream. Bakamitai Kodol nanone Yume wo Motte dutuzi suite Usuga 91612. I think that might have something to do with the second floor. Fake developer. Maybe. Maybe it was a fraud. Nope. Line 1612. I wonder what that could be. I was doing the quiz in Yakuza. From what I've heard, it's kind of a silly, even if it's a mafia game. I enjoy the series. I played most of the games. There's only like 2 games I haven't finished. And 1 spin-off. I got a scam call today from my bank. Nice. Did you have fun with them? Did you do a little bit of trolling? Dame dane. Security panel shows that the door is double magnet locked. It will be easier to tunnel in through the wall than it would be to break through this thing. Well, maybe the fucking code that I got would work, huh? Like, maybe the fucking mysterious code? Okay, maybe not. I just blocked them. Man. I love fucking with them, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go back to the first floor. Maybe there's like something cool down here. Oh, hold on. 91210. Wait, what was it again? Hold on. 91612. Fuck. Try this computer game as well, just to be safe. Make sure I'm using the right code. It's 91612. Yeah, okay. I gotta go to the ground floor, maybe. I got one too, but so long for them to connect and respond. I haven't been getting like, knock on wood, I haven't been getting many scam calls recently. Three out of 10 new subscribers. Nice. Someone's sub must have just renewed. Thank you, secret sub renewal. I know you're not supposed to say yes to them because they're. Yeah, what I do is I go like, Christine, thank you. Thank you for the prime sub. Baka mitai kodo nano ne yume wo oute kuzusuite uso ga heta na kuza ni waraenai eago miseta. I love you の力に言わない唇ばて終わり吹きよなのにどうしてさよならは言えたのダメだねダメよダメなのよあんたが好きで好きすぎてどれだけ強いお酒でも歪めない思い出がバカみたいディーリーディリリリリリリディリディリリリリデュドゥドゥドゥドゥ Baka Mitai type beat. You learn the words, man. I've played that I've got 100%. I've got like perfect score in the game. I've played that karaoke game so much that I know the words just from mere repetition of fucking do 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 dameno. Yes. I know the other one. I know all the karaoke songs. I know all of them. 1億2億100の2のケースの秋でけある Baby 届け合いけのあれよれろと出しはいい Machine gun kiss to just fall in love. Whoa. My scammer was speaking in Spanish. Do you know what's really funny is if I go on Facebook and I like go to my like Facebook Messenger and I go to like message requests, there's so much people try to write scams in Irish. Hold on, let me see if I can find one here. So I have like a bunch of like fucking women, like fucking fake women accounts pretending to talk Irish. Hola, te quiero español. Let me see if I can get my message request up here. Alright. I don't actually see it. But it is just like look like they've like I guess Facebook has been pretty good on it for a while. Cause now it's just like Facebook user, Facebook user, Facebook user. They've been banning. But it was like in Irish and it was like so strange. All right, let's go back to the club. What's this? An expensive bottle of scotch from the color you guessed that contains at least 50% water. Yeah, you're right. What other songs do you know in Japanese? I know, we'll break in. I don't actually know, I'm just making sounds that sound like what the words sound like. I know a Russian song, actually. Maybe Bowser knows this song. Kalinka, Kalinka, Kalinka Maya. Kalinka, Kalinka Maya. Let's give this bitch this fucking drug. Give her a bottle of cram. Should I give her the cram? I feel like that's a bad idea. Can you do Chala Head Chala? I don't know that one. I know, I know, Yakuza soundtrack. Here, have fucking cram. The girl's hand shakes forward with an alarming speed. In a blink of an eye, she snatches the cram inhaler from her hand. With a practiced ease, the girl snaps the cap off ampoule and releases it with a hit. With a practiced hand, she injects a squirting of orange liquid into the corner of each eye. Her body regains a shiver and the drug kicks in. Oh, so much better. I feel alive again. Heard anything about the hotel upstairs? Yeah, lots and lots. Lots of people say that it's haunted. It's like this little girl who died in one of the rooms back in the early 2000s. I think she like drowned or suffocated, or maybe she fell out the window. Oh no, wait. I got that wrong. It was a little boy. Anyways, he haunts the hotel. Oh, maybe it was a giant bug. That's the story. How long you been partying here? A real long time. Like where the crown flows. She raises her hand. Lips to high pitched giggle, you know? Yeah, this is a great place. But it was a better place before we got taken over, and it's not bad now. It's still got cram, right? Ha 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 ha. How do you know about the guys who run place? Oh, they're terrible. The worst, loud, violent dragheads and grabby hands, but they have cram. So what you gonna do? The gang that used to run this place now, the guy that used to run the place now, they were classy. They had this awesome stuff. It was like if Cram and Novikok had a baby, it was dreamy. It's been fun. So she told me absolutely fucking nothing for that Cram. Bitch. Can you do vi säljer upp ad en vi säljer nedad igen? Did I pronounce any of that right? Let me know. Right, I don't think there's anything on this floor. What am I missing? I'd imagine it would be Danish. But you never know. It's not a great idea to assume. Search Green Winter's room. I thought I searched his room. Is there something else I missed? Oh, there's this thing, this painting. Hanging on the wall is a large, gaudily framed painting, an unimaginative still life of some kitchen objects sitting on the table. Move the painting aside. There's nothing here. Alright, right here. Hanging on the wall is a large, gaudily framed painting. Impressionist landscape inherently rendered in splotches of cheap acrylic. A nameplate in the frame reads Harz Mountains 2011. Move the painting aside. There's a small locked safe. 91612. Inside the safe, you find a bunch of old, well-worn media discs. The words "Watch Me" have been hastily written on the back of the topmost disc. The disc labeled "Watch Me" looks almost new. The others are clearly much older, and many of them are badly scratched. The last two discs in the bundle are stuck together, and when you try to pry them apart, the readable surface of the bottom disc peels away. I'll take them. As soon as you finish the safe, the nearby vidophone begins to ring. Man on the phone. Hey there, Chief. Don't hang up. I've got a proposition for you. I'm listening. You probably noticed that this building is under new management, right? And judging by the fresh corpses that I'm seeing strewn all over the hotel, I'm gonna guess that you don't like the new guys any better than I do. Well, I'd like to make you an offer. You help cover my escape, and I'll get you to a secure vault on top of the floor. Belonged to the leader of the gang that used to run the place. Trust me, it's still secure. I set up a security protocols myself. The last decker they brought in to take a crack at it came back out of the stretcher. They haven't found too many volunteers since then. Tell me about the gang that used to run the hotel. They called themselves some German word, and they pretty much ran another German word until a few days ago. They weren't a very pleasant bunch, but they were better than the jackasses we've gotten here now. What's the deal with the new gang? They're terrible people, real bad, all of them. Look, I don't mean to rush you, but we could discuss all of this later, after we get out of the building full of murderous thugs. Why are you in the hotel, and how do you have access to the security systems? I was in the hotel when it got taken over, and the new gang decided to keep me on staff, I guess you could call it. They put me in charge of Matrix security. I may be one of the hottest deckers in Berlin, but a bullet in my head will kill me just as dead as anyone else, given the circumstances. I didn't see how I could refuse. Let's get to business. What's in the vault? Gear, money, lots of good stuff. Well, I am a fan of good stuff. As we all are, so shall we go grab it? Yeah, where do I meet you? Room 505 on the penthouse floor. Come rendezvous here with me. Alright. $505, I believe he said. Oh, 501's open. I don't think 501 was open before. What other rooms are open now? I guess I'll go talk to this Decker guy. What's up, Deckard? I knew you'd come. I've always been a good judge of character. Since we're meeting in person, I'll formally introduce myself. He nods in his salute. Blitz. Decker extraordinaire at your service. Tough guy. The vault is just around the corner. Once we get there, I can unlock it with a few clicks of the keypad. Blitz offers you something between a smile and a smirk. Built myself a back door and I wrote the security system. Never hurts to be careful. Sounds good. Good, let's go. So I think I'm gonna name. I don't know if I said this, but I definitely had the idea. I don't know if I said it like in my stream or in someone else's stream. But I think I'm gonna name the next game after this one. I think I'm gonna name my character Wise Guy. I think Wise Guy is gonna be a good name, and he's gonna be like a magic-based character. I mean, like an elf. Wow. Alright, here we go. Tap. Done. When we did that thing. When did that thing get installed? Take over. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Fuck you. Fuck. I don't think I can bring them back. This might be cooked. Might be cooked. Yeah, I think it might be cooked. Don't think I can heal them. Going surely. How are you doing? Fuck.
Thank you for the resub, surely.
When is the last save? How far back is this going to take me? This is like right at the start of the mission. I'm cooked. I'm just going to end. Let's see. Surely it's saved like right before one of the combats or when I went up one of the fucking elevators or something, right? Okay. That's not too far back. It's not too far back. All right. Be a bit more careful with my health. I'm a bit squishier than the last guy. I'm glad you're doing good, Shorely. Shorely, you made it to the top 10 biggest fans.
list. On my Twitch recap. You were surprisingly, you were like number 8 or number 7, I think. I would thought you would be number 1, surely, because you have the merch. You're the only person who has merch. Isn't that crazy? Why did he go back like that? Ow. Ow. There's merch. Surely had merch made. Surely got a mug. Commissioned. That has all the gnome emotes. Okay. I'm gonna save, quick save here. Everyone get ready because there's gonna be another combat in this door. How's gaming? Gaming's going good. It's the Holy Gnome mug. I'm sure Barry's tea tastes so good out of that thing too. No wounds to heal. If I make a shirt, it would be with him on it. Well, if you want to print out an iron-on design, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. I can send you the image. I can send you the image. I'm sure surely your wife would love that underwear. I'm certain of it. Fuck. Down again. I think she has you. She does. Okay. Okay, let's hope there's like no more combats on this level and a quick save just in case. It's never that easy, is it? I think I posted the mug in the Discord. It is on the Discord. It was in the general chat, like whenever we had hit the 1,000 follower goal. So you might have to do a bit of scrolling. The drone appears to be broken. All I can seem to do is hover in place. Take it. Okay. Return to the Cruiser Bazaar. Alright, right. I think that's us. There is that safe downstairs. Wait, maybe our friend here can hack that computer. Maybe we can figure out the safe code then. I want to know. I want one now. Nice. Send an item to your stash. Okay. Is there anything else? I guess we can go back to that security room. Just to be safe.
Just to be safe. And since we have our decking friend with us. But I need the admin password. Which I don't know what the admin password is unless I have a thing here. If you brought this to someone who can cook drugs, you get a good person to buy jazz from. This drone seems to have... Or is it the drone? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna randomly try fucking type random shit in there, so... We'll leave it. Tough guy, you should get an electric mug to keep your tea warm. I actually have like a flask that I bought like last year that I don't use for tea. Hey, thanks for the assist. Can you tell me how... I can't tell you how happy I'm to leave this place alive. Happy to help. It must have been terrible stuck in there. Hey, it was no picnic, I'll tell you that much. Say, you wouldn't happen to need a Nova hot decker, would you? Because I certainly could find myself... Because I suddenly find myself unemployed. I do need a decker. As it happens, I could use a decker. Excellent, fantastic. I promise you, you won't regret it. Blitz has joined your team. I like the new Steam achievements. Like, I like how that's like a wide, like fucking, like a Steam wide instead of just on the Steam Deck. The doo-doo. But it also does that thing when you like download games and stuff. It's like, this game is downloaded. All right. I think that is a good. We did one run. We did a shadow run there. I think we play a bit more tomorrow. But I'll save it here. I think. As you lead your team, the shadows, your companions will continue to develop and learn combat skills. Clicking the icon in the lower right-hand corner screen, open the crew advancements menu. Alright. Let me just save the game. Save game. Good run, good run. Yeah, we finished